Welcome back to Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. God, it's been so long since we've recorded this. It's been many months, and in fact we recorded a completely different LP while I waited to grind.
Well, I actually watch the videos after you post them, so I've been reminded on everything.
Alright, so, loading up after you finish the game, a foreign trading ship has arrived in Zofia Harbor, and also, all of the map encounters revive. Oh boy. Well, good news, we have all our characters now. It's all just one big party. So you might be wondering, we're playing as Ulm right now, but can Celica be the leader? We can't switch her in if we try, but there is an option right here to just switch them on the map. So, now Celica is our lead character. If she's taken out, we lose. And she has to be in every fight we do. It's just how it goes, as always. Now everybody's coming back from the grave. Great, 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 great. I don't even need to go there! I thought Duma was dead, why are y'all coming back?
They're looking for Duma. They haven't gotten the news yet.
Okay, so this is just like Zelda 2 then, they're just kind of wandering the map. If we die, it's just game over, Return of Duma.
Oh, is it even appropriate for me to be speaking to you like this?
Hey, Katria, the war ended, and you still haven't gotten used to the fact that Celica's royalty?
Yeah, so I kept this here to show that, basically, there aren't any new post-game conversations. Everybody will just say what they did in Act 4, so if you missed any conversations, now you can actually listen to those, but only in the Act 4 ones. Acts 1 through 3, if you missed those, too bad.
I never took a wife or sired
I never fucked Celica.
Never once have I fucked. I don't remember if I actually talked to him, but I did want to keep that in case I didn't, because I cannot lose out on Noma just going, yep, I haven't fucked.
I can already see my tombstone. Here lies Noma, never scored.
I pray you'll each live out rich lives of your own.
Unfettered and free to fuck all you want, unlike me, unlike old Noma.
Alright, so here's this memory prism. I had to actually pick it up for real, but that's just the, Zeke one that we saw a while back. I picked it up to view it, but I didn't want to go back through encounters, so I just went back to a previous save. Alright, so I'm looking for this man, Scholarly Man, because I believe we're trying to make ambrosia, and we finally have the Duma Moss for it. Alright, well Duma's dead, so I don't know if any moss can grow in his image. And bad news about food for the gods, too. I think he'll just keep making ambrosia if you have the ingredients, but I'm not going to bother with that too much. So let's see, we have a big ol' inventory, because of course inventories have been combined, so yeah. This is just everything. If you missed out on any side quests other than the Alessio one, where you have to give him the spears, or any of the ones earlier than that, feel free to do them now, that both characters are together, can go down both routes, and can just have both their inventories from any point in the game.
I just wanted to say, I know enough Spanish that every time you said Duma Mas, my mind read it as Duma More.
I think you should Duma less.
Duma Menos.
Alright, so we've got the Sluice Keeper, and we want to give him some more Bone Walker oil. Yeah, no, I've seen them before and I've killed plenty of them. I've still got a few of their oils left, so please take some. I do need one of your rewards. I'm not going to finish this side quest because there's no real point to, but I do need one of his rewards. Not the silver mark, that's nigh on to useless at this point. Alright, hand over the Bone Walker oil. There we go, Dragon Scale. We are now one step closer to being able to get that, Dragon Shield. But we still don't quite have enough, and I don't feel like going to the DLC dungeons to just kind of grind for them. That sounds tedious. So perhaps we will find more elsewhere. For now, let's go down, let's see, this way. We still can't take that pass over there, but that's fine. We'll go down this way instead. So, Zofia Harbor, what do you have in store for us? Oh, we have a merchant from Arcanea, which I almost pronounced Arcania. Which I usually do, but the voice actors say Arcanea, and who am I to argue? I mean, I do sometimes, but, you know, in this instance, I will not. So, in this side quest, it's less of a side quest in of itself and more just the way you unlock. The majority of the stuff we'll be doing for post-game. We don't really have to acknowledge Foreign Trader, and this isn't an introduction to green units just kind of sitting around and doing nothing. Alright, so now we can go to the right, because over here we have the Arcanea Seaway, which I guess is just the path that Zeke traveled when he was floating through the sea. Now, however, there are some very powerful-looking pirates on here, with the strongest having a rating of 1439. So, I went into this first one, as fresh as possible, so, you know, after the end game, haven't done any grinding since, let's fight the first set of pirates. These guys aren't so bad, at least. Though that being said, you did joke in the ending, like, oh, who are the bandits who are going to fight the people who killed God successfully? Well, this is the group that's going to try. So we've got some pretty fancy lads here, and then brigands. Alright, that guy's got a devil axe, and that's pretty much the best they got. So, I'm super speeding through these. This is just gonna be 300% as we move along. Like I said, this is the easiest of the fights, and that's in part due to the fact that, they only have one plank, so Valbar, who takes basically no damage, is going to excel here.
One plank and no magic.
And that guy just immediately ran away. I got smoked by lightning! Oh god! And now the wind has killed me! So anyway, I don't like that archer being there. So let's make sure he's not there. I remember the days when Atlas just wasn't doing much of anything.
God! Rattle of boys!
In fast motion. I love that animation so much at a normal speed. It's so goofy. It just reminds me of the thing that makes me laugh anytime I see it. Just rapid fire somebody getting comically beaten up. It's just that in spell form. I will continue to heal. I don't wish to join you all. You are about to get slaughtered. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, surely she cannot crit. See, I'm fine. I'm just bleeding heavily.
I'm not yet owned.
So yeah, this fight is pretty much just a test of... You were able to get through the final battle, like, well, right? If so, you can just do this, it's fine.
Sonya got ham from that fight, so I like to picture she sends out her wind, and then the wind comes back bearing a leg of ham.
Either that or it just slams into him so hard the fucking ham just goes flying through the air and onto the deck of the other ship.
Flying out of his pockets into Sonia's pockets. She just opens up her purse in anticipation for it.
Just kill a man so hard his ham is just rejected from his body.
I got myself a ham.
I guess Zeke is technically one of the weaker characters here at the moment, and even he's just kind of blowing up their entire spot. And speaking of blowing up people's spots, Celica did not. Thank you, Sagittae. So yeah, this is definitely a pretty solid team for the most part. A few weaknesses here and there, but overall, doing pretty well.
Oh, I think you wanted to draw attention to the penetrate skill there.
Oh, did I? I mean, have I not used that before?
You very briefly paused, and to briefly pause at this speed, you must have spent a long time just waiting on that tile.
If I haven't used Penetrate, yeah, I have not found, or I did not wind up with many uses for it, but yeah, you just pivot to the other side of a person. A much more useful skill in, like, Fire Emblem Heroes, where arenas are tiny. Alright, so here's where I cut the recording, and I believe at one point I did do a little bit of grinding in the DLC. Not too much, I haven't improved by leaps and bounds, but you know, a little bit of extra experience. Which we're going to need because, again, this is a much harder fight than that first one. So, sun's gone down a bit, we're at sunset, and now we've got harder enemies because it's a whole lot of mages. And of course, fiends, which are always a pleasure to deal with. But the good news is, this guy has the last dragon scale I need for that super fancy shield that I very much want. That being said, if I remember correctly, I did definitely need to redo this fight a few times because the enemies are definitely tougher, and you need a bit more strategy here. And in my case, a little more luck. These, of course, are the enemies that can do the most to Valbar. He does have the Hexlock shield, which means he was taking less damage from magic attacks, and that was, in essence, necessary for making him at all viable to be on this side of the arena. And now at this point, it's just a matter of whittling these guys down. Cannot send myself too far forward, because even my best resistance characters don't have that much resistance, because this is Fire Emblem Echoes, and you just don't. You never do.
Also, goddamn, that was with a Hexlock shield, huh?
Uh-huh.
Still got fucked up.
Like I said, that's immediately fatal for Valbar if he doesn't have that. Also, this is like one of the few times where gargoyles are actually a pretty legitimate threat. Just because I have so much to deal with, I do not need these guys hanging around here. Also, that guy was going to do 13 damage against Gray, the guy who is a Dread Fighter, and has so many things that are good for resisting magic. I actually really very much did not want him critting all the time forever, so I'm glad he didn't. I need you to distract some of them. You will die if you take too many. Claire, on the other hand, is having a very good time, and perhaps she is better at aggro drawing in this one.
I do appreciate that part of your strategy involved risking Gray's life.
I'll win this fight if it kills Gray. What?
I said I don't care if you die.
So yeah, here's the part where I was just sort of floundering, like, I don't know what the fuck to do. There's so much to get done, and I'm dying, Squirtle. There's entirely too many gargoyles, and they're near my healers. Also, Cliff, who is just kind of there. I probably... Actually, no, I don't think he quite could... He might have been able to hit with a Sagittae. But I guess I also needed him for this group, too. Oddly enough, the demonic floating eyeballs can wait. The awful Eldritch Horrors, yeah, I don't need them dead immediately. They do 2 damage to Valbar. It's fine, whatever.
Very necessary crit there, Gray.
At this point, I appreciate the styling on them. These people need to be styled on. It'll teach them a lesson. Ow. Yeah, so this is definitely a nerve-wracking fight. Like I said, it took me a few attempts just to get past the beginning of this one.
Those muggles absolutely could have killed Valbar that turn if they could surround him. They each do 2 points and he had 8 hit points left.
Yep, thankfully, while they're pretty solid all-around enemy-type characters, there's only so much movement they have. It's not good. Which is good, for me. I, in fact, like that they suck ass when it comes to moving around. I want them to do that less. Also, always be Excaliburing. I guess this is just the point where they actually took some advice from Genealogy the Holy War. What if we made wind magic just really good, though? Just, like, kind of unequivocally good. Because, like, it has good crit, good hit rate, good damage, it's fast, so... If any of your magic is going to strike twice, it's that one. Thunder has the element of being able to attack from a distance, but now I have Sagittae, so honestly, that's not really that big of a selling point anymore. Good thing for May that she's not really trying to use that one. Alright, so... That mage is still gonna be trouble, but for the most part this battle is very much under control. I probably could have done a bit more grinding to get a cleaner overall fight, but it's fine. As long as I can do it, then I'm a-okay with the results. And here's me making sure that Alm would survive. I don't think he has to, since Celica is the lead character, but you know. I'd like him to be healed for killing that man over there.
I just keep picturing you actually playing at this speed, and it's very funny to me.
Yeah, it's very funny because I do not think this fast. Alright, so this is the man what simply does not take damage. But he's also not doing much, so... Hunter's Volley.
Very confident in himself, though. Not surrendering yet.
I'm pretty sure I've still got this. I will avenge Lord Duma. Wait, am I from Arcanea or Valentia? Ah, shit. Well, never mind. Doesn't matter. I'm dead.
I've lived my whole life at sea. I recognize no land.
I'm in international waters, which means all the crime I'm doing is legal. That's not how international waters work. Completely legal.
Painful?
No state can touch me. Alright, so, time to double back and go get that shield made. But first... Actually, I think one more dragon scale, then we're good. But there is gonna be another side quest here as well. So... Don't care about you, I care about this thing behind you. There we go. Okay, that's the last dragon scale. But we might as well see what Flustered Cleric is talking about. Oh, I've really gone and done it now! Well, good news. She doesn't care about that anymore.
I lost Mila's favorite plate.
Alright, well, we'll humor her because I guess she doesn't know that God is dead. And we didn't kill that one, we killed the other one. But nonetheless.
I do like the idea that the news of the gods' deaths is just taking time to spread, but Selka and Alm are in no hurry to spread it along themselves. It's like, oh no, Mila might spite me. Yeah, she might. That fucking suck, bro.
Wouldn't it be cool if there were no gods so that wouldn't happen?
Good news and bad news. Good news, you're probably not gonna get smited.
I mean, what am I gonna do? Use it as a shield? Don't be ridiculous, I'm making a better one of those. I'm sure there was some major smiting on the way. Alright, and we get Nectar. And she faded away like she was never even there. Alright, so increases luck. A lot of characters would like to have that, because not everybody has the best luck. Alright, so, Smithy. Hello. Not to the blacksmith, but to you. So, another thing I did between, fights, other than just do grinding and DLC, is I also got around to doing some weapon upgrades, which is not necessary exactly, but it helps a lot. Okay, so he can't immediately make the Draco shield. It doesn't take him long to do, just leave the village, go up like one space, come back, and he'll be done. He only needs a day to make the ultimate shield.
I was really hoping you just had to talk to him a second time.
Alright, so the Draco shield, I believe you can technically make more, but unless you're willing to do some grinding in the Astral Temple, that's not happening. And that sounds very tedious, so I wouldn't bother. So I'm basically just looking over everybody's weapons real quick as I get to Valbar to give him the Draco shield. 13 defense, 13 resistance, weight 10. Meaning Valbar would be in the negatives for speed if that were entirely possible. Instead, he's just got 0 speed.
Valbar, you are now untouchable.
So yeah, here's some of the weapons I upgraded. I will upgrade more weapons later. For now, however, an enemy squad awaits, and it is the toughest yet. Arcanea Seaway 6 battle. I like how they're each labeled, so this is Seaway 6 even though this is only the 3rd fight. So, we've got Death Goyles, who have just very unnerving portraits. I don't know what it is, but they're like almost creepy. Not quite, but like almost. We've got more Dagons, alright, sure. That one's got a coin on it. Ooh, I can get his fillet. If I hadn't already beaten that quest, I'd be able to do that now, I guess.
I like how you got Valbar that insane ultimate shield and didn't even deploy him in this map.
Yeah, he's for later, because for reasons, we're kind of sitting ducks on this boat with a whole bunch of flying enemies coming for us. So, while his defense is nice, I don't think they would typically aggro to him unless he was the only one in their range. Which is unlikely, and also, I do very much need to just have as much mobility as possible. Like I said, this one's super tough. Heck. Thank you, Celica. I probably would have had to restart if I didn't get that there, just because this is, again, pretty tough. I need them dead as soon as possible. Question is now, who's going to aggro first? Who is it that will approach me? I will not say, oh, you're approaching me, because I am not that confident.
Like you said that while Dio's voice actor's character was getting attacked.
Were I a different man, I would approach this with swagger. However... Every fucking time with Sagittarius.
I was about to say it, Sagittarius still funny.
Alright, I'm really glad Celica's coming in with the Seraphims. Oh yeah, new thing I actually learned while just doing the overall grinding for this episode. There is actually a hard cap on crit damage. It is 120. I don't know if I'm quite at the point where Ulm can do that, but he was the first to show me, oh yeah, no, you are definitely not doing as much damage as you should be. with a ×3. Alright, so anyway, here's the real dangerous part of this map, goddammit, is there are reinforcements. I would almost be done if this were, you know, what you had at the beginning is all you had, but nope. Now we got Death Goyles and fucking Falcon Knights. This is so much less than ideal, and there are more reinforcements.
Coming in with the Seraphim sounds like the name of a terrible Christian rap song. Oh shit, I'll use the bow.
Yep, that's one of his... oh god, what is he? I think Hero is his upgrade. That is one of his things that he gets, I just didn't really use it ever. His accuracy with the bow isn't the best, but considering the way this game works, he does not have to, like, actively have one weapon or the other equipped, which is very handy. I do appreciate the fact that, technically speaking, if he gets attacked at range, he can just fire back. Again, not great accuracy, but better than nothing.
Also, imagine the sicko that equips bows to Alm instead of swords.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically speaking, I mean, look, I miss Double Lion. I wouldn't quite want to go for Hunter's Volley on Alm, but he would kind of destroy everything with it. It's not a poor choice, just not the best choice you can make. And eventually Senscale will be good. We are approaching the point where it actually has enough accuracy to justify its existence. So here's the part where I thought, oh, whoops. You had range.
Your cleric's wide open.
I'm just thankful Tatiana's very good at eating souls, because, that was very helpful. So yeah, summoned allies, not always a perfect aggro draw. Also, yeah, now they're white dragons, because fuck you, I guess. As if things weren't bad enough, now they're just more dragon units. Also, we are at the point where Senscale has 100 accuracy, and also I hit the damage limit. Both those things are true on this map, and I haven't even done the serious grinding yet. Again, did a little bit, but it was after this point where I just hunkered down and got everybody to level 20. Which is, of course, the point at which you will get the overclasses if you have the DLC. Level 20 is not a necessity overall. Again, it helps. But to tackle the things you're doing for the post-game stuff, I don't think I ever really did much grinding back in the day on my own personal file. And part of it is I didn't have the DLC, and look, I'm gonna level with you, I don't know how the hell you're supposed to grind without the DLC, because all you have are those map battles, and they're really not worth much. I thought it was tedious enough grinding with the DLC made for grinding. I would not bother with that, if you don't. So anyway, yeah, when I played myself, I don't think I did any grinding, and I was able to make it past this point. Still a very tough fight, of course. And then I was able to do most of the post-game dungeon with only a little bit of issue, not too much. And yeah, I just decided at this point, nah. Let's not go through that timeline. Need to maximize everything, which means sending Clear over here, because compared to everyone else, she does not take damage from these guys. And she deals out plenty of damage herself.
Yep, she could solo that dragon group.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because she does enough damage to kill them, and they can't kill her before then. I didn't check the hit percentages, so I guess there's a chance she'll miss.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the crit chance. So, a fluke could happen, it's just unlikely. So yeah, pretty good group to leave over here. But just in case, aggro draw. Everybody else needs experience, so like... but might as well get them over here. And it turns out the original illusions were enough to draw them over. Get his ass.
Got crit by a ghost, what are you doing? 2 of them! Oh my god!
Fucking double 8% crit on this dragon. I swear crits proc more often when you only do 1 damage. Cause that's the thing that does the most damage to Valbar, is just things getting crits on him. The 23 is or 43 rather, sorry, is understandable. Oh damn, that dragon was loaded. And with that, we have passed the sea.
Aye, we've much to learn from our mistakes.
I feel like that went pretty well, Yuzu.
What mistake are you talking about?
We took damage, but like, how are we going to avoid taking damage in that fight? So with this, we've made it to Furia Harbor in Arcanea. If you're expecting some sort of Kanto situation where we have like a whole lot of maps based on the original Fire Emblem, sorry to say, this is about all we're exploring. This and whatever's off to the right of it. So we get 3 gold marks, that would have helped earlier. I have a lot of weapons I needed upgrading, and some of them did need gold marks. I had to sell some stuff to actually get that. So we have some dialogue. Nothing voiced, though. So, Marth and the party never went to this location, but that's probably the desert he crossed to get to Kadain. Yeah, you have a bunch. Which one? That seems bad. I'm very normal, and also, don't worry, I killed the evil god. Okay, judgy.
Oh no! Racism exists in Arcanea!
So, the port was named after a champion named Furia, which is probably a reference, and if it is, then whoops, that's kind of an inaccurate translation, which I cannot explain right now.
Oh, Celica.
Oh, no kidding, Celica. Oh, more Dagon filet.
Big cat, big cat.
So yeah, of course, Alm and Celica will have different dialogue. And as always, Celica just has the best dialogue for cats. She loves cats so much. Damn, these people can fish. Nice. Alright, so we've got a smithy here. Nobody here promising to craft us cool new shields. We got the best one. Got drinking water, and can't pick up that sword.
That's irritating.
It looks pick-upable.
The sword really looks like they want you to interact with it.
Alright, nothing else to do at the smithy, really, because I've got pretty much all the weapon upgrades I need. Here's a Milla idol, so... I mean, I guess we are in a foreign land, but they're hospitable to us? Yeah, I mean, it would be a different statue, because it's different people making it, but... it is Celica approved. So yeah, if you need anything statue-based, here we go. You do that in town here. Otherwise, you gotta cross the sea. And what do we have in the square? Okay, well, I kind of figured you'd list some of them, considering there was a colon, but okay.
This is the board. This is the notice board. It's a board full of notices.
Such as, and then she just turns and walks away. And Alm, who is illiterate, is like, wait, what does it say? Celica, what does it say? Well, that sounds great. I love treasure. Oh, darn it. It's a risk-reward situation. But I want reward without the risk.
We live in a loot-based economy up here.
I feel like Marth should really look into this, but oh well. I mean, I guess Kadane's not his domain. Merrick should really look into this. Alright, so now we're getting to the stuff I'm going to do before the next episode. Got a lot of things to put in place. First off, here's Alm leveling up to level 20. If you have not yet visited the shrines for the corresponding classes, you will not get a message that you can promote. However, when we go to the altar of the king, we'll be able to use it. So this one, of course, is Alm specific. I feel that should be obvious. Let's see what we got here. We've got this hermit. So this hermit is just your introduction to every single one of the altars. When you have visited an altar at least once, the hermit will not talk to you for that one, so you can just go into it. Of course, this being Alm specific, there's really never a reason to come back here after this. So, shrug. Only one who shares these dreams of conquest may receive his boon. I mean, Alm, of course, is one of my best characters, so no surprise he was the first one worthy of promotion. So, let us proceed with Celica in the front. Alright, taking Alm along so he can get his upgrade. I do like this as kind of an introduction, but you do end up seeing it a lot if you go for more than one overclass. So let's examine this one. Yep, sure does. Alright, straight to the point. So, with this, we can change class to Conqueror and get 1 HP. I mean, we've got to get that HP upgrade.
That 1 hit point can mean the difference between life and death.
Alright, and of course, along with the promotion, Alm also gets a fancy new outfit. With a pre-torn cape.
And the sassiest look I've seen on him.
Now I'll show them what I can really do.
With that 1 extra HP and another bow range. Alright, so the real advantage here, of course, is just the extra level ups you can get, higher maxes and whatnot. Right here I wanted to show just what I really wound up doing towards the back half of grinding is not even bothering going to the back of the temple. I don't think that's necessary. I think you can just stay around the start and get plenty of experience, if not more, from just fighting things as they come to you over here. So this is more or less what my formation looked like. By the end, when I only had like 3 characters left to upgrade, I basically just kept them all near the exit, just like... Oh god, who was it? It was like Celica in the back because she has to be here. And then I think it was Cliff and Sonia who had to promote afterwards, and so they were just flinging spells. Actually, no, it was Matilda, that's right. I got started on grinding Matilda last because I wasn't super sure about who I was going to bring to the post-game dungeon. Initially, I was thinking Paula, but she kind of underperformed, and I didn't really wind up bringing her. And then I decided, you know what, screw it. I was going to bring 2 Pegasus Knights, which makes sense because they do have an inherent terror-killing skill, but then I started bringing Matilda, and even though she was kind of behind, she grew really quickly, and I was like, oh yeah, Matilda kicks ass. Look, I know we're in Arcanea, and Zeke is strangely drawn to this place, but like, I don't know, this seems like it's also Matilda's time to shine. Alright, so I'm keeping this here just to show that most of the dialogue is the same outside of the thing directly describing the class. Alright, we're gonna need to get past this overclass temple because, look, we were just in the Altar of the King, and I've been watching King Oger, which means when I was doing that promotion, of course, in my head I was just thinking, King, 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 King.
Da, da,
and now I'm just gonna be thinking, Queen, 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 Queen. King Alger. No, that doesn't work. Alright, so... very sassy looking statue here. This is clearly a woman of high rank. She likes this idol so much more.
Why are the royalty classes so sassy?
Alright, so... Celica gets to upgrade to the Regain. Regain? However it's pronounced. Either way, this is probably my favorite promotion out of all the overclasses. Cause this one looks cool as hell. This is my favorite Celica look, and also, I'm just look at her and think, why didn't she look like this for like the second half of the game? This looks so much more royal than her other outfit. Also, if I remember correctly, this is pretty much just one of Celica's alts in Fire Emblem Heroes, and I never got it, and I'm very sad about that. So yeah, also here to show off that, of course, in the overworld your character does change to match the new outfit. So if I were playing as Alm, he'd get his Conqueror outfit. But yeah, no, Celica's just out here looking like this now. Just looks cool as hell. Just hot queen shit.
I imagine that with each successive altar we go to, more and more of the party just walks past the hermit before they're done talking.
What a stunning dress she's wearing. She had, like, nothing to say about Conqueror, but the 2 mage lady classes, she's like, oh damn, these people are great. Wow, your dress is fantastic. Alright, so Silk and her ability to do a lot of damage with Seraphim got her to promote pretty quickly. And this right here is probably one of the more normal looking overclasses. Exemplar is just, you know, a fancier dress. She also gets Ward and Restore, 2 new spells. You've probably noticed those in the character bios. And that one's just clears ailments, which could potentially be helpful. It is clearing in an area, so it's not just a one-person thing, so that's very helpful. Get the Altar of the Marksman, because, of course, Atlas has been pulling so much weight, so with him just doing Hunter's Volley repeatedly, that means he's just able to promote next. What the fuck is that thing?
Oh, I never did the overclass stuff. So this better not be a bait and switch. Yes!
Olifantier. The path of a bow knight who has achieved mastery.
Milla transformed my horse into an elephant!
Alas, it is only a horse and elephant, guys.
Why does he have
Also, what the
fucking Breath of the Wild ass weapon is that?
Leave it to me.
So yeah, he gains +1 bro range over what he had before, but he does lose 1 movement, which is a bit of a trade-off, but he already has ridiculous range, so not having to go very far isn't a huge deal, and we're not really going to be dealing with big maps anymore. And also, he's still got good movement, even with that slight reduction.
Also, he gets a cannon.
Mm-hmm. He just gets this fucking future tech bow for some reason.
Why do we give that to Atlas?
I don't know how to use this! What a horrific monster.
A single tear rolls down the statue's face.
Alright, so this is for Dread Fighters. Greg is now gonna be a Yasha. King Ogre! And since the mercenary classes are just male exclusive so far, Celica is just very against all the male classes, I guess.
Oh, hey, Gray left. He's just gone!
Well, here goes me! So yeah, you didn't get to see that one for very long because his animation is just vanishing.
Gray's ultimate move, just leaving.
Alright, so now he is able to just give status effects randomly, so that's certainly something. That's the reason some things resist status effects, because there is a way to inflict them yourself. It is very rare, but once you have the DLC, you can probably poison people or paralyze them, who knows?
All these classes are buck wild.
It depicts a woman of great beauty. Celica, is there something we need to know about your relationship with Alm?
Why does she look like Rita Repulsa?
Because after 10,000 years, we finally get to get this upgrade. Enchantress. You! Promote! This is also a slightly more normal looking class, but only because we've had, you know, the other ones. Cool cape too.
I'm not usually the pious, obedient type.
So now I'm going to be an enchantress. I like how clearly they only had dialogue for her promoting to a priestess. Because that makes sense for that upgrade. But none of the others, if you reclass her, it doesn't make sense. And if you overclass her...
She is still, you know, praying to Milla in-universe, I guess. Skylord.
What's up, Skylord? But anyway, yeah, Enchantress gets access to Mire and Death, so 2 spells that are otherwise enemy exclusive. Alright, Skylord.
Holy shit, it's just a griffin.
So, Celica doesn't know what this bird is either, but does find it majestic, so again, female-only class. Okay, so this one's gonna be Buck Wild, the Harrier class. So this is basically just here to give you an extra spell for your Pegasus Knights. Unfortunately, Gale Force isn't a thing in this game, so you can't be that broken. This is one hell of a look for Claire.
God. This fucking Pegasus, too.
If this is the life the mother would have me lead.
Then I'm gonna slut it up!
I thought it was a fucking dragon from the sprite.
Alright, next off, Destrier. Accept its gift and you will be able to do dressage. It's great for parties and is absolutely terrifying to enemies. If a horse starts dancing at you, you know you're fucked. Okay, so this is a cavalier, so that's a class women can be too, so this one's disquieting. So Celica just has a thing for mages, I guess. She does not like physical units. Still bad news for Alm, who cannot learn magic.
What was that sprite? Fucking hunched over horse.
Kinda miss his coat. Anyway, 10 movement.
I was destined for?
No, it's not, Zeke. You're gonna lose this in the next game.
With Zeke, they should have done the thing where, like, all of his outfits have the coat over it.
Mm-hmm. It's just a cool look for him. Alright, so Alter the Titan took me a while to get because Valbar is great at defense, not great at killing things. This is like the nicest thing Celica has said about a knight. Just, I mean, you're overdoing it with a shield, but it's fine, I guess, if you're really into that sort of thing. Alright, Valbar. Become Spartan. We're only feeding you 3 times a week now. That armor looks so weird on Valbar. His shield's gigantic now, but his armor's so tiny.
Who is this?
You got it, Milla. I'm on the job.
It's so weird not seeing Valbar in bulky armor.
Why did we replace Valvar with this guy?
Anyway, we get Phalanx, which allows us to completely negate damage. Odds are defense divided by 2, and if there are people next to you, allies rather, that chance just increases, so... Valbar, who already basically takes no damage, will take even less damage.
Set damage to no.
What if I just didn't? Alright, so of course we've already seen Exemplar, but I just wanted to show Tatiana getting her promotion. Also learns Ward and Restore. Got her plenty of experience as well. And then here comes Matilda with the next promotion, before even Cliff. Actually, Cliff might have gotten to level 20 first, but I'm saving his for last so we can have a new thing. Okay, so this armor looks more normal on Matilda.
I will not waste this new power.
Alright, and here's the final altar, Altar of the Savant. Okay, so here's where we will determine, does Celica just have a thing for mages?
Why isn't Luthier getting this one?
Because I didn't use him. Okay, so, impressive old man. Celica just likes mages. Again, huge problem for Ulm. He doesn't have a magic list whatsoever.
I bet Alm says nice things about the non-magic classes.
Damn, this guy looks tough. Nice shield, buddy.
That sprite makes him look like he's about to start breakdancing.
Go now, young Cliff, and serve your enemies. This is a thing Cliff drew in his books when he was like 13. Alright, so Lemmigetin. This is the spell that is the only one males can get that allows you to summon enemies. In addition, you can actually summon better illusions with the Grimoire Ring, if you happen to have that equipped. I did not because Cliff stole Berkut's Keepsake Ring, which actually gives you some good stat bonuses. You can also sell it for a pretty coin, I think like 3 gold marks. You can just sell Berkut's Ring if you want to, it's fine.
What's he gonna do about it? He's dead.
Alright, so, with that, we are done with everything we're going to do before the next episode. But we're not going to the next dungeon yet. Oh no. You see, I didn't think I'd be getting around to it. But we can use Amiibo. The Illusory Soldiers are not going to see use in this because it's way too late in the game for that to really be that good, but next time on Fire Emblem Echoes, we're going to be checking out the Amiibo exclusive dungeons. Not right now, though. It's been slightly less than an hour for us, more than an hour if you're me, so we're done. See y'all next time.